I am going to show you how to use the Meta Equations app that can be found on our home screen. And before we begin, I'm just going to give a couple brief statements about what this app is. It's a comprehensive medical calculator, and it's the most comprehensive app that's available right now. And it incorporates several different medical equations that give us some sort of nominal scaled score. So it can give a little bit of insight into our patient, and it's kind of like a little screening device. So it can be really helpful for all health professions. And so this app can be found in the Apple App Store, and it's costing $4.99 right now. So to begin, we just need to find the app on the home screen. So I have it circled here. So we just need to click there first. Once we click that, it will take us to this page, and to get to all the equations that are available, we just need to click Equations at the top left. When we click on Equations, this is where it will take us, and it'll give us a list of all the equations that are available. If you look at the bottom of the page, you see 4 icons that read All Equations, Favorites, Recents, and Categories. All Equations just simply lists all the ones that are available from A to Z. And if you click on Favorites, you can store certain ones that you use most frequently so that you can get to it quicker. If you click on Recents, this will just show your recent searches, which ones you've been to. And then Categories, you can search for these equations by category to make your search a little bit more efficient and a little bit more quicker. So for this case, I want to look at categories. So to have it circled here, we'll need to click there. Once we click categories, it will take us to this page, and it gives us a list of all the categories that are available on this app. So for my example, I want to take a look at neurology. So I want to find neurology, I have it circled, and I want to click on that. Once I click on neurology, it will become highlighted. So I want to click there. Once I click neurology, all of the scales and calculations will come up that are under this specific category. So say for instance I want to look up the Glasgow Coma Scale. So I want to find that on the page, and I have an arrow right here. So once I find it, I'm going to click there. And once I click there, this will come up, and it will be the Glasgow Coma Scale. Now you can see that there are 3 variables: best eye response, best verbal response, and then best motor response. And that will give us a result and then more information. So say for example, a patient needs a Glasgow Coma Scale score. For a speech-language pathologist, I may use this scale to tell me a little bit more information on my patient who had a traumatic brain injury recently. So this will just give me an example of how severe that traumatic brain injury is. So to begin, I want to click on Best Eye Response, and that's where we'll start. So we'll click on that first. Once I click on the Best Eye Response, it will take me to this page, and it will give me 4 options. And I want to click the best option that explains my patient. So eyes do not open, eyes open to pain, eyes open to verbal command, and then eyes open spontaneously. So let's say our patient only opens eyes to pain. I find that, and I want to click on that one. When I click on eyes open to pain, a little check mark will show up right here, so I know that I have that checked. And the next thing after that is I just want to click Done. For the next variable, I will click on Best Verbal Response here, and it will take me to this page. Again, there'll be 4 responses, and say I'm going to click Inappropriate Words, a score of 3. Once that little check mark's there, we want to click Done. The last variable that we need to look at is Best Motor Response. So once we click there, the screen again will pop up, and we need to do the same thing. We need to click the response that fits best for our patient. So say they only have movement when it's an extension to pain. So I'll click there, which is a score of 2. The check mark's there, so I know I checked it, and then I'll click Done. When I'm all finished with all three variables and have my scores, it will give me a result. You can see that right here. The Glasgow score is a 7. Now, sometimes this is hard to know what that means. So, because it's just a score of 7, it's just a number. So, if we want more information on that number, we can go to more info. When we click on more info, this so as you can see, there's 3 categories available. Severe TBI, a moderate TBI, or a mild TBI. So we had a score of 7, so our patient has a severe traumatic brain injury. So this just gives us how severe the injury is. We can also see that there's a reference at the bottom, and if we want more information on this reference, we can click View in PubMed. And once we click View in PubMed, this will come up. It will take us right to the internet, and there's actually an article available if we want more information. And that's pretty much meta equations, and I think this is really helpful for healthcare professionals because it's a quick, easy tool that we can get a calculation for something specific. In our case, we did the Glasgow Coma Scale, and it's just gives us a little bit of information. It's kind of can be used as a screening tool for different professions, and it's handy. You can just click on here. You can have the ones saved that you want to look at. And I think that all health professions in all of our fields can use this.